The Madman! During DreamHack Austin, one of the decks came into the spotlight, and this is a deck that's also been performing very well in the new season of Ladder right now. It's Control Paladin. There have been mid-range Paladins, there have been Murloc Paladins, there have been mid-range Murloc Paladins, so somewhere in the middle there. But now, here to take Paladin in a different, bigger, heavier direction is Control Paladin. This is a list that I have combined a lot of lists into. I don't take credit for the general idea of Control Paladin, but I am inspired from Shoop and Dog, who brought Control Paladin into DreamHack and did very well with it, as well as a few of the deck lists posted by those who hit Legend Rank 1 very early in the season on the Hearthstone Reddit. So welcome to Paladin Stone. Paladin has very diverse tools. It can control the early game with cards such as Doomsayer. It can clear everything with cards like Equality Pyro or Equality Consecration. We all knew that. That was old. Why is it good now? Well, the entire field kind of weakened with Standard rotating out 3 of the sets. There were fewer combo decks, which Paladin couldn't really handle. Now it just fights very straight up and has a lot of value. And value is the Paladin's main name and game, and this strikes me as a deck list that I really like. Stonehill Defender gets you so much value. Part of the problem was, I guess, one Tyrion wasn't enough. Now you have like not only Tyrion, but you also have Tarim, which, by the way, Tarim is the single most highest win percentage card when played at the moment. Fun stat. Really good legendary. So standing along Tyrion, you have Tarim and Ragnaros and Wicker Flame Burn Bristle. All of the Paladin legendaries are doing pretty well, and Stonehill Defender gets you like any of those legendaries, or Dr. 7. And the Curator is also extremely good in this deck, since you have 2 Beasts, you have 2 Murlocs, and you have 2 Drakes. It's just, everything fits so well here. This deck is just a happy little package all around. It also, as an extra benefit, kind of dodges Hungry Crab a bit because it's not as reliant on Murlocs, unlike all the other Paladins. So it does it all. There are greedier versions of this deck out there, such as with N'Zoth and Infested Tauren. You can even legitimately run Elise in this deck. Shoop, who won DreamHack Austin, ran both Elise and the N'Zoth package in his deck. But the theory here is that he didn't run Stonehill Defender, surprisingly, and Stonehill Defender might take up that slack. I also personally don't like Ivory Knight, which Shoop also ran. I've had a decent amount of testing with that card, and it hasn't been that impressive.
None can escape my fury.
So one of the weaknesses of this deck is Quest Rogue. There are 2 weaknesses to this deck. One is Quest Rogue, 2 is Jade Druid. And this deck has a pretty limited win rate against both. But especially against Quest Rogue. I don't know the stats, but it's not pretty. The lack of the Murloc package makes this deck substantially worse against Rogue and Druid, whereas those were previously good matchups. These are now terrible matchups, but it flips the other matchups a bit more in the Paladin favor, so there are pros and cons. Do I think healing will be a problem for the deck? I myself reluctantly put in that 1 Forbidden Healing, but that should be enough, considering my experience from mid-range Paladin. So you have Ragnaros, you have Wicker Flame, and you have Forbidden Healing. And you have some True Silver here and there. Acolyte of Pain actually was probably a better play than Wicker Flame there. It's just that I was happening to talk about Wicker Flame at the moment, so I was just playing him automatically. Even though Legends were reset to rank 16, that right there is already a misplay by the Rogue. because you don't play South Sea Deckhand to pull out patches in a control matchup.
I hope you like my invention.
Drink with me, friend. Bring the pain.
I think this matchup ends up being...
I hope you like my invention.
I mean, it is going to be a value fight. It's a fight that the Paladin will eventually win, but it needs to stay alive until then. Bro can win via either value or by burst. It's tricky. My hand is full. So I've got Pyro Equality. I probably don't want to break those apart. I don't really need to draw more cards. I know the opponent has a 0-mana Novice Engineer. I do want to kill those things. I think it's just Pyro Acolyte, Coin Heal. Yeah, it's fine. I mean Coin guy. Coin Hydrologist? Yeah, I can't afford to take it slower.
Let the pain speak to me. Move quickly.
How's Dirty Rat in this deck? Shoop did run 2 copies of Dirty Rat in his deck as well. I think it would be one of the top considerations to run in this deck. Would make the matchup here better. However, I'm having trouble fitting the card in.
I hope you like my invention.
Mid-range Murloc Paladin certainly isn't bad. But neither is it that I'm playing this deck strictly for science. This deck is good, and mid-range Murloc Paladin isn't bad. It's just different matchups, really, is all.
I hope you like my invention.
I probably shouldn't have played that Pyromancer again, since it combines with Equality very cheaply. Although having the Pyromancer out already is kind of useful too, but he's just going to charge it down. Oh, I remember why I played it though, because 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. I was planning on playing Primordial Drake, so yeah, it seems alright. Looks like I'm actually going to outvalue him, possibly because he burns South Sea's Deckhand and patches the Pyre to only deal 3 damage, when it could have been used to deal 10 damage.
Quickly.
Put your faith in the light.
I thought I was just going to roll over to Dian him, and maybe I would have to better play, but here I think I'm in good enough shape to outvalue this guy. I have a high amount of cards and have enough to keep outlasting. And Tyrion's kind of hard to stop.
Quickly.
So I can kill everything, but I don't think that's actually enough. He has a boar in his hand, and he'll have 2 5/5s in his hand. He'll take a pretty greedy black. I want to get more than that through the Pyro Equality, and I don't want to kill my own Tyrion. And another Tyrion might be fun.
Quickly.
Because because he's so low, he's gonna have to put up a bunch of guys, I think. Decent amount of guys. Enough for me to... I can even just use this thing. That's nice. It reminds me of Primordial Drake's Sleep of the Fishes. I wonder if this deck could possibly be favored against Quest Rogue if it just put into Dirty Rats. But the problem is taking out any other card. It's possible that the deck doesn't need Acolyte of Pain. It's possible. I don't know. And also, obviously, he's running Voodoo Doctor, which is super questionable. Also, maybe I still lose. Maybe I still lose.
Quickly.
Punished for not attacking, what can I say? I actually misplayed there. I should have gone Pyro into... I should have gone Equality into Pyro into Steed. Not that it matters.
Smart moves. I concede.
It's justice time.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. To battle! Reporting for duty.
I started Dominance by hitting him for 1. And then he hit back on my guy like a coward. That's a power move right here.
Reporting for battle.
Pow. Watch that 2 damage matter.
Reporting for duty.
Strange time for a secret.
To battle! Get down!
Unfortunately, I drew both Drakes. It's kind of like drawing patches. Creator will only draw 2.
Reporting for justice.
Yeah, this deck reminds me a lot of mid-range Paladin back in the days of Goblins versus Gnomes. It really is good again. And it's a very fair deck in that it stretches every single bound of value to the extreme. And yet, it remains under the boundaries of fairness. Barely. Because I'd say in this deck, it's almost like every single card is unfair. But they all can be like kind of hand-waved away to be sort of kind of fair. Like this is really unfair, right? And this isn't even that extreme. Tyrion's unfair, and Ragnaros is unfair, and the Curator is a 7 mana 4/6 taunt, draw 3 cards is unfair. And Pyro Equality and Pyro and Equality Consecration is unfair. Stonehill Defender is kind of unfair. It's all very lovely and all. So I really want to coda this. Wouldn't be a disaster to Kodo the hydrologist.
For the maker, the battle. Reporting for duty.
Darn. I want to follow Shoop's vision and be greedy enough to put Elise into this deck, but that is almost certainly insane. But I want to believe. If the meta ever slows down, Elise is really good in the deck. If it slows down further.
Reporting for duty. To battle.
I want to believe.
To battle. For the makers.
So the question is, do I want to play Pyromancer first to possibly trigger Repentance? And I think the answer is no.
Reporting for duty. Follow the rule.
What was your favorite Hearthstone meta?
Follow the rule.
It's legitimately probably this one. Reason being, big shakeups happened, a lot of viable decks. I guess it would just be that and then the temporary fleeting nature vanilla, just because it was a new game then. If I put Acolyte of Pain Spike Ridge Steed, he could cause me to overdraw quite a lot. Spike Ridge Doomsayer? No, because right now... Yeah, let's just play a Doomsayer.
The end is coming. Reporting for duty.
You changed plans midway, or forgot.
Reporting for duty. Out of my jungle.
So I have one Hydrologist left in the deck. This Cyclopean Horror is looking pretty good.
Speak to me. Out of my jungle. Reporting for duty.
Wow, so much value. This might come down to fatigue. Wait, that doesn't say created by Stonehill Defender. So it must be in his deck, right? Really? Huh.
Let me.
Oh, from the Getaway Coda. Oh, I forgot to notice that.
Like to play with fire. Reporting for duty.
I failed to notice that, I should say. It's both equalities for him, so now I can go super wide on the board.
For duty.
Just have to remember he hasn't played Terram yet.
Reporting for duty. Put your faith in the light. Reporting for duty.
Kinda cool. It's the Lightforged Stegodon version of the deck. Instead of Murlocs, who decides to put in Lightforged Stegodon and friends.
Reporting for duty.
Probably inferior. But worth science?
Out of my jungle. The battle. Don't test me, child. I'm on fire. Reporting for duty.
What are things that look ridiculous but aren't that ridiculous? Killing a 1/1 with Ashbringer. Killing the 1 with Ashbringer allows Wicker Flame Burn Bristle to survive.
Reporting for duty.
So I can clear here. Only question is if that's better or worse than Tyrion.
Put your faith in the light. Reporting for duty.
Quick calculation says this is better. Napkin math.
Reporting for duty. Ungoro belongs to the site.
Yeah, for people who aren't comfortable enough winning with this amount of value, you toss in an Elise in there and you'll pretty much win every value game, but it weakens other matchups.
The battle for justice. Reporting for duty.
And that's why I don't run the horse. Those discoveries, man, they suck sometimes. Ooh. Alright, no Doomsayer. Doomsayer wouldn't have been that bad.
For justice. Get down!
This Paladin deck, though, it definitely makes the games go long. Well, it was Paladin v Paladin. Control Paladin v Paladin.
Such big teeth I have.
The end is coming!
A vessel to eat you with.
EUREKA. We've discovered getaway vehicles.
I let the dogs out.
Eldor wants to be saved for High Main. Whether or not that's realistic,
For justice.
questionable. So right now he's got 9 damage at minimum, putting me at 8.
Come to me, little ones.
We do have some stabilization coming.
Out
justice.
So the plan is to coin out Ragnaros Lightlord on 7. So that means on 6 I'm playing either Sunkeeper Terram or Sunwalker, depending on whatever makes more sense. And then I think I can stabilize.
The teeth I have.
Truth is my shield.
The better to eat you with.
Ah, well, that was very good. You actually get a fairly interesting choice here, but I'm gonna take the Rag. Team the Hymen and drinking, by the way, is a really bad idea. If anyone was considering that,
Let me think.
just to let you know. I think I'm gonna choose Silver down the Wolf. I'll lure the Scar there.
Must move quickly.
Yeah. Or I could just play Tyrion. No, I think this is better.
Follow the rule. For justice.
Got him. Drake ignore Hymen. I wanted my Ragnaros to hit me though. I guess that's a choice too. It's time for some mechanics.
Die, insect.
This was a really interesting game. I'm not entirely sure I played it right, but it was interesting as a result. I'm saying was like I've already won, which I haven't yet, but I basically have won. That Rag healed for 24. It's pretty good.
Put your faith in the light.
Well fought. I concede.
Sending Ragnaros to 3/3 or 1 health, both could have been good. Guarantee the heal on me. It's interesting.